What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Put a link down in the description if you're going to sign up through Robinhood. I get a free stock, you get a free stock, and look where we are. I don't believe this. I really don't. I don't believe this. I understand why it's happening, but global unease, coronavirus, the impeachment, Tesla's bubble pops, they're down like $150 today, and I'm up $150 for the week. Because I know what I invest in, I trust my investments, I make sound decisions, I'm not emotional and reactionary when the market goes down, and I made a purchase this week that I'm proud of. Microsoft. And I did this because of you guys. Let me make that abundantly clear. 100,000 views this week. It gives me the ability to go out and purchase a stock like this. And I'm proud of my ownership in Microsoft, even though it's one share. It's the second most expensive stock that I bought. McDonald's was the highest. I bought at 195. Microsoft, I bought at 176. Johnson & Johnson is another big investment that I made, but I bought them at 129. Okay, so I've been watching Microsoft for a long time, back to November when they were in the 140s, 150s. I'd love to go back then and buy them at that point, but I can't. And sometimes you just have to commit. And I know to some of you that have known my channel and watched my channel over the years, you know I'm a huge Sony guy, huge PlayStation guy. But I've talked about before, you can't always make emotional decisions. If I was emotionally investing, I would just be buying Sony. I love my PlayStation. I'd much rather have my PlayStation than an Xbox. And I've had Xboxes. I still have Xboxes. But I feel like from a value perspective, from a global perspective, from a marketplace presence, Microsoft is just a better company. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you look at other investments I have, we talk about Tesla. I don't own Tesla. I own Ford. Ford missed on their earnings, and that's an important thing just in a couple minutes that we're going to get into. But, when you look at where Microsoft is and where they're positioned, sure, it's not a big dividend play. Okay, they only give about 1% back. But I'm in this for growth, okay? I'm in this to stabilize my portfolio. So when the market is going up and down, I still see that little bit of a return. Maybe not $155 in a week, okay? But it helps stabilize my portfolio. It's very important to me as I buy into stocks that are more volatile. Now, we're going to talk about a little bit more volatile stock here with Gladstone Capital. And let me just say, I love David J. Gladstone. If I ever meet him, I will shake his hand and thank him because he has made me a lot of money. You can see that I've gradually increased my dividends here, but I really haven't made that big investment, okay? I've owned this stock since September of last year, and when I look at where they are the past 3 months, this is what scared me, okay? There is some volatility. There's some movement here. Not a whole lot, okay? Just a couple cents, but I'm trying to average my way in here. I'm at 1018. The stock's at 1034, but I've looked at their numbers, and I don't know how they're going to hit their EPS. I really don't. And when that happens, like we saw with Ford, you have a dip. And I feel like this stock is primed to dip tonight is when they actually announce their earnings. Now, this is also a stock that plays a pretty good percentage. It's 8% return. If you take a look at, what Microsoft does versus what this stock does, two totally different stocks. But from an investment standpoint, I would probably suit to return more annually with a purchase in Gladstone of $107 than I ever would Microsoft. And that's why I said you have to be educated in what you're doing and make sound decisions. You can't just chase percentages. You have to try to balance your portfolio where I have something like Microsoft that's a stable, big, known company, and then if I want to risk a little bit more on a company like Gladstone that I believe in, that I trust, that I understand what they're doing, and I'm comfortable buying on their dips, then you'll be in a position to return positive growth to yourself. So with an 8.18% yield, a lot of people would be scared off from this company, but they've paid this dividend for a very long time. They're generally sustainable across all their companies, and I think they're going to have a small little stumble here that I'm willing to take advantage of. Now, whether you guys are in that position or not, I don't know, but I would say if this stock drops below 1005, I'm probably going to put $100 to $150 into it when I could maybe look into a company like Stag or a company like Fastenal that I love. But I'm just seeing an opportunity present itself here, and that's another big part of this. You have to take advantage of opportunities when they come up. They don't always come up, and they can always be in different stocks you won't. Talked about Carnival last week. I took advantage of that opportunity. Talked about Altria. I took advantage of that opportunity. Even when the market is up, even when you're making $155 a week just in growth, there's still opportunities. You just have to look for them, and I believe this could be one if negative news comes out. Other than that, I appreciate you guys supporting my channel, watching my channel, allowing me to do this, and hopefully you take a little bit from these videos as well, because I now purchased a company that many of you would probably think I would never align myself with. I'll never purchase EA. Don't fret. I'll never purchase EA. But owning Microsoft was a big step for me, and you guys made that possible. I appreciate you checking out this video, and I will be back in the week with more commentary.